Before the finalists from the 9 to 10 age category present their speeches, I would like to introduce the judging panel adjudicating this group. First, let's give another warm welcome to a returning judge from the 9 to 10 category, Taslim Somani. Next, it is my honor to introduce our next distinguished judge, Mason Alibai. As an English teacher at Power Words Academy and Elton Academy, Mason is dedicated to empowering students and making a lasting impact on their lives. He fosters a love for inspiring students to think critically and express themselves confidently, nurturing their desire for growth and knowledge. Mason's passion for effective communication has earned him several accolades in speech competitions. In addition to teaching, he serves as a Toastmasters coach, helping individuals enhance their speaking and leadership skills. Please join me in welcoming Mason to our judging panel. Our final panel member, Mova Liani, boasts an impressive academic background, holding a BSc PHM, PharmD, and board certification in oncology from the University of Toronto. As the oncology clinical pharmacy practitioner at Northbrook General Hospital and adjunct lecturer at the University of Toronto's Faculty of Pharmacy, Mova leads clinical initiatives and advocates for drug utilization advancements in the cancer care program. Additionally, at the Faculty of Pharmacy, Mova lectures on the oncology, hematology, and immunology courses, shaping future pharmacy professionals. Beyond her clinical and educational roles, Mova contributes to publication and serves on various institutional and national oncology committees. We are excited to have her insights as part of our judging panel. Please join me in welcoming Mova. Thank you to our incredible second judging panel for taking the time to be with us this weekend. Your expertise and dedication not only elevate this competition, but also inspire our participants to reach their fullest potential. We truly appreciate your contributions. Without further ado, please welcome our opening speaker for the 9 to 10 age contestants. Introducing Sahana Vinodhan.
Have you ever seen cans of plastic in the ocean? Well, did you know that 40% of the world's ocean suffers from this? There's more than just plastic endangering the ocean. My name is Sahana, and I'll be talking about the life below water. Firstly, why are the ocean and its animals being endangered? The ocean is endangered because of plastic waste. About 89% of plastic litter found in the ocean are single-use items like plastic bags. When people throw plastic bags and other plastic products into the oceans, animals get stuck. Underwater animals are also endangered due to overfishing, coral digging, and global warming. The ocean absorbs 90% of the excess heat generated by global warming. Secondly, why should we save the ocean and its animals? The ocean feeds us 15% of animal protein to keep us healthy. 50% of the world's population eats seafood. The ocean gives us 57 million jobs globally and is a great tool for economic development. 80% of tourism happens in coastal areas. Lastly, how can we save the ocean and its animals? We can avoid plastic pollution to stop ocean pollution. We can use eco-friendly products like reusable bags, bottles, and containers. We can also use natural cleaning and beauty products. To reduce chemicals in the environment, we can cut down on chemical products like pesticides. We should have strict rules to manage oil spills. We can do beach cleanups to prevent plastic from getting into the ocean. Monitoring and measuring progress are being done by governments all over the world. It is essential that we take care of our ocean. We can all work together to take care of our ocean. What is one change you can make to help this goal? Thank you.
Thank you, Sahana. She left us with a question to think about, which is an incredible persuasive tool. She asked us, what is one thing that we can do to help the problem at hand? I would now like to introduce Vinay Singh Kadoti.
Hi, my name is Vinay Singh Kalodi, and today I will talk about gender equality. Tackling the widespread problem of unequal treatment based on gender needs a complete and varied plan. This isn't just a social issue, it's essential for basic It's essential for global improvement and basic human rights. Correcting this imbalance requires action from people around the world. Gender inequality is a complicated issue that affects women, non-binary, and transgender people in many ways. I believe that in order for there to be gender equality for all, laws must be stronger and carefully enforced. Many countries lack strong laws protecting women's rights, especially regarding owning property, inheritance, and personal choices about their bodies. Equal legal protection means not only creating laws that are fair, but also eliminating unfair things between genders within legal systems. When women and girls have a quality education, access to health care, economic independence, and a seat at the table, it helps build better societies. However, this progress is hindered by countless gender inequalities around the world. Economic power is also very important. Equal access to education, training, and jobs is vital for closing the gap in earnings between genders. This includes fixing the pay gap, supporting women in starting businesses, and making sure they get money when needed. Women make up nearly half of all farmers, yet they still have less productive fields than men. Lastly, more women in political roles and leadership positions are key for making sure their voices are heard in decision-making. Encouraging women to be involved in politics is crucial for solving gender equality. Actions to promote gender equality can speed up progress in this world. Solving gender equality needs ongoing action from governments, community groups, and individuals. Only through coordinated and complete action can we create a truly fair world where everyone can succeed, no matter for their gender. Thank you for listening.
Great job, Vinay. It's truly inspiring to see how far the women's liberation movement has come, where young students, anywhere from ages 7, 8 to this 9 to 10 age category, are talking about gender equality. It really is amazing. Next, I would like to introduce Raifa Pirbai.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to close your eyes and imagine a girl that comes from a poor family who had a passion for skateboarding. Now, imagine that same girl with her brother picking up rice that was falling on the roads from grain trucks because they could not afford to buy rice from the grocery store. This, ladies and gentlemen, is actually from a movie called Skater Girl. This scene made me feel sad because, in my view, no one should have to suffer from hunger to the point where they're eating dirty, rotten food. Today, I will talk about the goal of zero hunger, how it is a global issue, and what we as a society can do to reach this goal. According to the website The World Counts, around 9 million people die every year of hunger and hunger-related diseases. Hunger does not just exist in the developing world. It is also an issue that is affecting a lot of people in the developed world, especially due to the rapid rise of food prices. According to Statistics Canada, 6.9 million people reported some level of food insecurity. So, how can we achieve the goal of zero hunger in the world? On an individual level, we should not overconsume and waste food. Nationally, our government must develop and implement policies to promote innovative and diverse agricultural practices, such as use of precision agriculture, biodiversity, and soil health. Globally, countries can invest in climate-smart agriculture to increase food production, preservation, and distribution. In conclusion, hunger has become a global issue since it is not being properly addressed. I personally find it sad that there are people in this world who are dying from not getting healthy foods. We must work with great urgency to eliminate this problem. I am hopeful that this changes during my lifetime. Thank you for your courteous attention.
Raika, thank you so much for that powerful speech. It is amazing to see how Raika was able to take something as simple as a modern movie and bring it to talk about a social justice issue and then bring it to talk about government policies and how we can also change and influence the world around us. Next, I would like to introduce Kathleen Nguyen.
Hello, parents, teachers, and classmates. Have you ever wondered what's happening in the Arctic and Antarctic? You might think it's freezing and the animals are delighted in their icy homes. However, both regions are getting warmer every year. Today I'll talk about an important topic, climate change. After my speech, you'll learn about the challenges global warming brings, how climate change affects our everyday lives, and steps we can take to prevent it. Global warming is a huge problem in our world. Currently, every decade, temperatures rise by 20 degrees Celsius, causing glaciers in the Arctic and Antarctic to melt. This makes it more difficult for animals like narwhals and walruses to survive, and harms the environment by putting animals and the entire ecosystem at risk. The impacts of climate change are also affecting us. Droughts are becoming more frequent and severe, leading to many crop failures. This results in food shortages, with many people facing hunger or starvation. On the other hand, floods are also increasing, destroying coastal cities and communities. These disasters can cause many people to lose their homes or even their lives. Obviously, these impacts of climate change can be devastating for our society. However, you can save our planet from climate change by considering doing some of these actions, such as conserving energy, switching to an alternative energy source, walking or biking to a nearby place, eating more vegetables, and recycling. These actions might seem small, but they help to protect the environment, save lives, and maintain jobs. In conclusion, I hope you've learned about global warming and its impact on our planet and how we can help to make a positive change for a better future. Let's all work together to protect our world and make a difference. Thank you everyone for listening to my speech.
Thank you, Kathleen. When it comes to climate change, I'm sure we've all heard a lot of problems, but to hear young minds talk about what the problem is, why it's important to help, and how we as individuals can help, goes a long way. It's truly inspiring. Next, I would like to introduce Janitha Ratnam.
Hi, my name is Janitha, and I'm going to speak about life on land. Have you ever wondered about why life on land is so important to our world? Today, I want to speak about the importance of life on land, the 15th Sustainable Development Goal of the United Nations. This goal is about the need to protect plants, animals, and habitats on our planet. This goal includes plants, animals, forests, and mountains. They give us clean air to breathe, fresh water to drink, and food to eat. Unfortunately, our beautiful Earth is being destroyed by man-made activities, such as cutting down trees that are part of animal habitats and destroying biodiversity and poaching endangered species. Also, burning fossil fuels such as oil and coal causes global warmings, and building factories emit carbon dioxide, which harm the environment. Now, how can we help? We can move to renewable energy sources like solar and wind. Reduce the factories that are built, protect provincial parks that have a variety of species, and replace the trees that are cut. Also, additionally, we can educate ourselves and share our knowledge to help others understand the importance of protecting our planet. Furthermore, we can support organizations that work to save endangered species and their habitats. In conclusion, imagine a world where forests are thriving, animals are safe, and plants are growing everywhere. By working together and taking care of our land, we can save our planet and all the amazing creatures that live on it. Together, we can create a healthier and happier world. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenica. I think we as adults often forget things like, deforestation and lack of ecodiversity, but these different things that all of our contributions to the environment, how they harm the animals around us. So it's important to listen to our children and how their voices can remind us about all the beautiful creatures that live in our world. Next, I would like to introduce Alicia Jacob.
Good morning, judges, parents, teachers, and friends. Last summer, I visited a city in Colorado that is doing a fantastic job of being green and clean. I saw solar panels on roofs and colorful gardens everywhere. I loved going to the farmer's market where people bought fresh fruits and veggies while chatting with their neighbors. It was inspiring to see everyone working together to create a healthy place to live. When I left Colorado, I wanted to bring some of those great ideas back home. Cities that are good for the earth have lots of green spaces, like parks and trees. These places help keep the city cool, make the air cleaner, and provide homes for birds and other animals. When cities use the energy from the sun and the wind, they help reduce pollution and take care of our planet. This is super important for fighting climate change. Now, let's talk about being fair and inclusive. Cities can help everyone get homes and services they can afford. For example, affordable housing rules can help people stay in their homes and create neighborhoods where everyone can live happily together. Community events help us share ideas and be part of choices that affect our lives. Finally, we need to think about money and jobs. Supporting local businesses is really important. When cities buy from local stores, it helps our neighborhood and reduces pollution from delivering things from far away. Investing in green technology helps create jobs and saves money for everyone. This makes our community even stronger. In conclusion, I've shared 3 important things today. First, taking care of our environment makes our city stay healthy. Second, including everyone makes our community stronger. And finally, supporting local businesses makes our economy grow. I hope my speech has helped you see why sustainable cities and communities are important for a better future. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Alicia. What a very powerful speech. Her connection to being more green and sustaining the environment and contributing to her communities with the housing market, I think goes really well with this demographic. I'm sure in Toronto all of us have concerns about the housing here, so thank you, Alicia, for letting us know how we can help. Next, I would like to introduce Adam Ahmad.
I was 3 years old when my family went to India to support my grandmother, who was diagnosed with cancer. I didn't fully understand what was happening at the time, but the looks of worry on everyone's face are still etched in my mind. Thankfully, she's still with us today. Hello, judges, parents, and peers. My name is Adam, and I believe good health and well-being for all is a vital topic, as it's the UN's third Sustainable Development Goal. By the end of my speech, I hope you feel inspired to take action. It's important to support those who don't have access to good health and well-being. It's a basic human right. Today, I will define what good health and well-being is, how you can stay healthy, and how you can make a difference. First, good health and well-being entails more than disease prevention. The World Health Organization defines health as the World Health Organization defines health as complete physical, mental, and social well-being. Similarly, the CDC has suggested that physical and positive emotions, life satisfactions, and functioning are integral components of well-being. Secondly, staying healthy involves simple yet impactful habits. Start by eating more fruits and vegetables and reducing processed food and sugary drinks. Since 60% of our body is made up of water, hydration is crucial. Adequate sleep is vital. Going without it for 10 days can be fatal. Regular physical activity can reduce the risk of diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart conditions. This can extend to helping others achieve good health. The UN recommends safeguarding your own health, spreading awareness to your community, encouraging healthy behaviors, and asking your government to ensure everyone has equal access to health care. You have learned what good health and well-being is, how you can preserve it, and how you can make a difference. Let's not forget what Ralph Waldo Emerson said, health is wealth. Thank you.
Amazing job, Anna. Mental health has been a very recent conversation that's came up about our health and about our well-being, but the fact that children nowadays are talking about mental health and emotional health along with their physical health really shows how quickly society is changing for the better, and it's really inspiring to see. Next, I would like to introduce Insia Yamani.
Have you ever wondered what lies beneath the waves of our oceans? What life thrives in the deep blue waters? Good morning, everyone. My name is Insia Yamani, and I'm here to talk about life underwater and the importance of our oceans. Did you know that the ocean covers 70% of our planet? It is home to beautiful creatures of all shapes and sizes, many of which we can't even see from the shore. But it's just not about marine life. It's essential for our survival too. It provides us food, regulates climate, and even gives us oxygen. That's right. Every second breath we take comes from the ocean. Isn't that amazing? But here's the scary part. Our oceans are in big trouble. Climate change is warming the ocean and plastic is suffocating it. Did you know that 11 million tons of plastic end up into the ocean every year? That's like dumping a truckload of plastic into the ocean every minute. Overfishing is another big issue. Nearly 30% of the world's fish stocks are overfished. What would happen if we run out of fish? makes me think of my pet fish named Ocean. He swims peacefully in his little tank, but what if his home got polluted or too warm to swim in? Marine animals face these threats every day. So, how can we help? First, we can support sustainable seafood programs to ensure fish are caught in ways that don't harm the ocean. Second, we can reduce plastic by switching to reusable items like bamboo or metal straws. Third, we could join local beach cleanups to stop pollution before it reaches the sea. Finally, we can support organizations on seaforestation. Have you heard of it? It's like planting underwater forests to protect marine ecosystems. Every action, big or small, adds up. Together, we can make a difference starting today. Thank you.
Great job, Zia. I think the quantity of speeches that we've heard about life underwater really shows the severity of the issue. And once again, Sia has given us a unique and insightful speech that shows us a different perspective about this issue. So thank you for that. Next, I would like to welcome Ian Lee.
Hello everyone, my name is Ian, and today I want to ask you a simple question. Can you imagine waking up each day without enough food to eat, clean water to drink? Sadly, this is the reality for millions of people around this world. This is why the United Nations has made no poverty as the #1 sustainable goal. Ending poverty is a critical issue that needs everyone's attention. Recent research shows that even after the pandemics, there are still 700 million people living in poverty, struggling to meet their most basic needs like food, water, and shelter. The gap between the rich and poor countries continue to grow, and it is crucial that we all work together to close this gap. Even at my school, we organize Dress Down Days to raise funds for local food banks, showing that even small actions can make a big difference. However, we need much more than donations to address the root cause of poverty. Another key way to end poverty is through quality healthcare. Believe it or not, half of the world's population still don't have the basic healthcare services. When people get sick, they cannot go to work. When people cannot go to work, they can't afford food. When people can't afford food, they're trapped in the cycle of poverty, generation after generation. Governments must prioritize the basic healthcare services in poor regions if we want to break the cycle of poverty. Another powerful way to fight poverty is through education. Education gives opportunities for better jobs. But the sad truth is, millions of children around this world still cannot go to school because of poverty. Without education, their chances of improving their lives are rare. By investing in schools and learning resources, we're giving young people the chance to build a better life. It's one of the most important steps we can take to empower people to end poverty. In the end, I want to acknowledge the support that has already been given to poor communities. Well, efforts have been made, but there's still so much more to be done. Together, we can build a better world where no one has to suffer poverty. Thank you.
Ian, thank you for that fresh perspective on poverty. Whenever I hear about speeches about poverty, I often hear about the food concerns, the hygiene concerns, the community and education concerns, but rarely do I hear about healthcare. It's amazing that at such a young age she was able to make that connection between quality healthcare and poverty, so thank you for that perspective. Next, I would like to introduce Shiv Singla.
Let me introduce you to Kiko, a chef living on the coast of Japan. Every year, Kiko watches in agony as millions are spent to rebuild seawalls, flood barriers, and the damages caused by tsunamis. None of this seems to matter as the storms keep coming back stronger. Kiko believes that the money is wasted and instead should be spent on finding longer-lasting solutions. My name is Shiv, and I'm here to talk about the current economics of climate action that's affecting many like Kiko and how we must innovate to tackle the climate change problem. The UN reported $803 billion was spent annually into reactive measures, which is expected to grow to $6 trillion by 2030 in developing countries. These efforts are like slapping a bandage on a deep wound. We must invest in true solutions. Revolutionizing climate action can conquer climate change by signing petitions, joining rallies, and urging governments to invest in disruptive technologies. We can make a real impact. The IMF states investments in carbon capture, advanced batteries, and hydrogen electrolyzers can reduce emissions by 15% between 2030 and 2050. Such technologies also boost economies, creating jobs and enhancing product quality. Consider Denmark, where investment in wind energy has not only invigorated the economy, but has also decreased carbon emissions, serving as a testament to what transformative ideas can achieve globally. Kiko's story reminds us that shifting our approach is crucial. Instead of temporary fixes, we must back transformative ideas to genuinely tackle climate change. Everyone can support clean energy, advocate for policies, and raise awareness in their communities. The time for action is now. Together, we can build a brighter, sustainable future, not just for Kiko, but for millions worldwide, relying on us. Let's seize this chance to make a lasting difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Shiv, for that speech. Yet again, it's amazing to see such young minds talk about government policies and how our world leaders can do better to protect us, our well-being, and future generations to come. Next, I would like to introduce Ayana Sharma.
Hello everyone, my name's Ayana Sharma and I will be discussing gender equality. Did you know that in some countries girls can't go to school just because of their gender? This needs to change. But first, what is gender equality? Gender equality is the rights and opportunities that individuals have regarding their gender. There are many stereotypes that people believe about what boys and girls can't and can do. Gender equality is essential to know about because in some places, girls lack education and rights that affect their dreams and future. Furthermore, when it comes to opportunities, women are often limited by their gender. Did you know that women make around 47% of the global workforce, but often don't make as much money as men do? Additionally, 150 million people across the globe could be lifted out of hunger if female farmers had the same amount of resources as men. If people learned about gender equality, 150 million people could have food right now. This proves that the effects of gender inequality are very harmful and can become very severe. This is why gender equality is important. Let's talk about my final topic, promoting gender equality. One way we can all promote gender equality is by standing up for people who are being mistreated just because of their gender. Some ways the government has helped us in achieving this is by putting laws to help females protect themselves from discrimination. Also, Canada funds programs that helps girls become leaders in their community. We can also treat all of our friends equally, no matter their gender. Additionally, students can educate their classmates about gender equality and how important it is to treat everyone equally. I hope my speech has informed you about what gender equality is, why it's important, and how you can help. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayana. At such a young age, our speakers, Ayana included, have shown us how research and knowing statistics can go such a long way, and that they can do their own research and they can know more about social issues, which is amazing. Next, please welcome Callie Darmos.
Howdy everyone! Sustainable consumption is important to all of us. Let's imagine that everything you own has a secret life. Like in the movie Toy Story, there is an invisible world connected to how we treat our toys. In the movie, the toys want to feel loved and be useful. Just like Andy doesn't see the secret lives of his toys, we don't see the effects of overconsumption. Picture this invisible world as a toy chest, crowded and overflowing. That toy chest represents the planet's resources. If we keep overconsuming, there won't be any room left. By 2030, we will need 2 Earths to keep up with our demands. If natural resources begin to run out, it will collapse ecosystems and will endanger species. There will be more natural disasters, such as wildfires and hurricanes. Like when Woody and Buzz are separated from Andy, it's a dangerous and uncertain world. We buy and use too much stuff. Did you know that North America and Western Europe consume 60% of the world's resources? CRC organization states that Canadians create 31 million tons of waste per year, and only 30% of that is recycled? Imagine landfills and oceans filled with forgotten toys, like those misfit toys in Toy Story. Then they're not being cared for and are left behind. We as kids can make a difference through small but meaningful changes. If you have toys you don't play with anymore, give them to others who might love them. We can get creative with recycled materials for our crafts, swap buying books for visiting the library, and choose more experiences over more toys. Like Woody and Buzz, we can share, repair, and donate instead of buying new toys. Let's reduce overconsumption to make our Earth healthy, to infinity and beyond.
Callie, thank you for such an enthusiastic speech. I will say the speech does get close to home, and I'm a little biased because I did grow up on Toy Story, and it was one of my favorite movies. And it was a wonderful analogy. I never would have thought that movie would connect to a child talking about climate change and pollution and waste consumption. So thank you for that analogy, Callie. Next, let's introduce Dimitri Nassi.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I want to talk about life on land and why it is so important to protect it from climate change. Did you know that 73 polar bears died in 2023? If we don't act, polar bears could be extinct by 2060. But why should we care about polar bears? Well, they play a vital role in the Arctic ecosystem as apex predators. If they disappear, the food chain will spiral out of control. For example, seals would overpopulate, leading to the decline of other species they prey on, disrupting the entire ecosystem. Another animal affected by climate change is the snow leopard. These beautiful creatures are losing their homes as glaciers melt, and they are also hunted for their fur and bones. With only about 3,920 left in the world, they could vanish even sooner than we think. Snow leopards are critical for maintaining balance in mountain ecosystems by keeping prey populations in check. Finally, let's talk about the Javan rhinos. With just 76 left in the wild, they're at extreme risk of extinction. These rhinos help control plant growth and distribute seeds, which keeps their habitats healthy. Sadly, they are hunted for their horns and die from diseases or habitat destruction. Well, what can we do to stop this? First, we can reduce greenhouse gas emissions, start by walking or biking instead of driving for short distances. And whenever possible, use electric vehicles instead of gas-powered ones. Well, we can't let these animals vanish. By reducing our environmental impact, supporting conservation efforts, and spreading awareness, we can help protect them and the ecosystems they support. Thank you for listening, and I hope this inspires you to take action for our planet's wildlife.
Thank you, Dimitri. For any Power Board students here, I'm sure you've heard about pathos many, many times, which is the emotional appeal that comes in persuasive speeches. And Dimitri did a wonderful job by showing us how snow leopards and rhinos can be saved through our actions by helping climate change and reduce its destruction. Next, let's introduce Henry Kim.
Welcome everybody. My name is Henry Kim, and today I'll be talking about zero hunger. Imagine if you had no breakfast, lunch, or dinner. People all across the world experience this every single day. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to suffer from hunger? Your body hurts and it's difficult to focus and move. Did you know there are 343 million people suffering from hunger? Why are so many people suffering from hunger? One reason is poverty. Some people don't have enough money to buy any food. Another reason is access. Some places don't have any supermarkets, so they can't buy any food. Lastly, some people don't even have jobs. If you don't have a job, then you can't make money. And if you can't make money, you can't buy any food. Let's learn how we can help those people suffering from hunger. An American medical anthropologist named Paul Farmer said, "If I am hungry, that is a spiritual problem. If someone else is hungry, that is a material problem." Imagine that everybody got the food that they need. How could we make this true? We can help by giving food and money to charities. The government can help by decreasing food prices and encouraging people not to waste food. We all need something to eat, right? What if you had no food? Let's help those people suffering from hunger. Hunger is causing problems all over the world, but with our help, we can fix it. By donating food and money to charities and encouraging the government to do the same, we can help those people suffering from hunger. Thank you.
Thank you, Henry. What a confident speaker. I think he said, if I am hungry, it is a spiritual problem. If somebody else is hungry, it is a material problem. I think I have to sit down with that and think about that for a while because that was a very powerful quote in speech. Now I would like to introduce our final speaker, Kaylin Howe.
Welcome family and fellow classmates. I have a question for you.
Have you ever seen a place that's clean, fresh, has a lot of trees? You might say no, and that's because humans are damaging the land through deforestation, pollution, and poaching. That's why we rarely see clean streets or healthy environments. Land covers about 29% of our Earth. Imagine if we destroy most of it. Many species are in danger, and some are starting to disappear. When I was younger, I loved animals. I would watch shows and learn as much as I could about them. But as I got older, I realized that animals didn't always have happy and healthy lives. Some are in danger, and that makes me really sad. We share this world with animals and other organisms, and we must respect each other. If we don't, we could lose animals that are important to us, like cows. If we lose cows, we won't have enough food to eat. Let's stop this before it becomes a huge problem. Let's talk about what's happening right now. Humans are poaching animals, cutting down trees, and causing climate change. For example, pandas eat bamboo, but people are cutting it down, leaving pandas with nothing to eat. Car releases pollution into the air, and invasive species are intruding to new environments, which harms local wildlife. These actions are putting many species, like the white rhino, on the brink of extinction. So how can we help? We can donate to organizations, plant more trees, stop poaching, and ride bikes instead of cars. Spreading awareness makes a big difference too. That's why we celebrate Earth Day. In conclusion, I hope my words inspire you. We're not the only human. We must respect and protect the Earth. Thank you.
Thank you, Kaylin, for finishing off the 9 to 10 category with such an amazing speech. The empathy that a child can have for another animal, for their environment, really shows us adults how we can be different and how we can help those around us as well. So this marks the conclusion of our speeches for the 9 to 10 age category. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to all of our young speakers for their outstanding presentations. Let's all give another round of applause for them. Judges, please proceed to the judges' room for your deliberation. So we'll be taking a brief intermission of about 30 minutes. Food and beverages are available in the foyer for patrons. Please present your food ticket to get your snack. Okay, we require all the students in the 13 to 15 age category to convene at the front stage at 12. Please do not come any earlier, hopefully not any later as well. Parents, please be ready in the auditorium by 12. You're free to take a break.
Please join me in welcoming Hafsa Ismail, founder of Power of Words Academy, to share a few words with us. Please give her a round of applause.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm thrilled to be here with all of you today as we celebrate World Speech Day and our much anticipated award ceremony, especially as we mark the 10th anniversary of this inspiring movement. Over the last decade, World Speech Day has empowered voices in over 100 countries. It's inspiring to see so many young people today stepping up, speaking out, and driving change. Now let's take a moment to hear from Simon Gibson, the visionary founder of World Speech Day, as he shares his insights and the significance of this milestone.
Hello, everyone. A few weeks ago, I was listening to a World Speech Day event in Bahrain. 20 minutes before that, I'd been part of a discussion with speakers in Singapore. In today's connected world, maybe that wasn't so surprising. But in that moment, something shifted in me. I realized that I was part of a global experience, listening to voices that were authentic, grounded, and full of ideas. Crucially, I was not part of a conference. I was part of a discussion, as though I were there with friends around a table. And that epiphany gave me a new understanding of what speaking can be. Not just being heard, but contributing to something greater than ourselves. a new kind of speech experience, where speaking isn't only about performance, but about contribution. Not, I want people to hear my speech, but instead, I want my voice to become part of something bigger. Because at World Speech Day, a speech isn't just a personal idea. It's a building block. It adds depth to an evolving story of people everywhere. It's part of shaping a sense of world citizenship. And that shift changes everything. It removes the fear of not being heard because the value is in the giving. It invites us to speak with less ego and more purpose, to see ourselves not as solo performers, but as co-creators of a shared dialogue that stretches across borders and across generations. Even after the speech ends, the sense remains. A thread in the fabric, a mark on the map of connections. This is what is building, speaking not as a moment, but as a movement. Not applause, but contribution. Not performance, but presence. Each voice matters because together they tell the story of us. And that's exactly what this fantastic competition, staged by the Power of Words Academy, invites you to do today. Not just to speak, but to lead. To share ideas that matter. To make your voice part of something that lasts. Because the future leadership begins with courage to speak and the wisdom to seek others. Thank you very much indeed.
That was truly an inspiring message. Simon captures the essence of how powerful our voices can be. A huge thank you to him for his dedication and leadership in bringing us together for this important celebration. Now, before we get to the part that everyone's been waiting for, the awards, I'd like to take a moment to recognize our amazing students. You all have been so incredible today. Each of you tackled important global issues with so much passion and insight. It's been a privilege to hear your ideas and visions of how to make our world a better place. I also want to give a big shout out to our judges. Today, you did not have an easy task, especially with the remarkable speeches that we witnessed today. Thank you for your commitment and fairness in judging. And of course, I can't forget our wonderful moderator, Naomi, our dedicated teachers from POW Academy, and all the volunteers. This day could not have been possible without you. Finally, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge our sound technician up there in the booth, Alex. We only met yesterday, and I was feeling really anxious about my partner having to take on the lights, soundboard, and projector with no prior experience. And, Alex stepped in without even knowing us, generally stepped in to help and ensure everything ran smoothly today behind the scenes. I can't thank you enough for truly saving the day. Thanks, Alex. And now it's with great anticipation, I will hand the floor back to Naomi to lead us through the awards ceremony. Thank you again, everyone, for making this day so remarkable.
Thank you, Hafsa. It is now my privilege to invite our distinguished judging panel, Sophia, Taslim, and Shama, to the stage to present the medals to the contestants in the 7 to 8 age category. Please welcome our finalists in the 7 to 8 age category. As I announce your name, kindly proceed to the stage. Saina Maria Santos, Avery Jin, Jacob Chang, Margaret Shen, Kabir Ball, Canon Achong Lau, Theo Yu, Gurbani Sindwani, Akib Ahmad, Alicia Ma, Vasav Singla, Ember Tam, Avir Sandhu, and Mateo Romik. Now, I invite a panel member to share a few words and reveal our first, second, and third place winners.
Hello, everyone. This was a very difficult decision to make. Everyone, we want to congratulate you for an excellent speech. You really had us thinking about how we can help with these United Nations sustainable goals and how we can all do our part to help. Thank you for inspiring us, and you have given us a lot to take away from. Without any further ado, we'd like to present the third place award. This contestant gave us some very powerful visualizations that really helped us to imagine what living in poverty may feel like and the struggles one may face. He did a great job explaining the causes of poverty and what can be done to end poverty. And as this contestant had said, no child, no family has to live in poverty. We would like to congratulate Vasav Singla. Congratulations, that was an excellent speech about no poverty. Next, we'd like to congratulate our second winner. This contestant did a great job, and we want to say thank you for sharing your personal connection with us regarding the topic of gender equality. By sharing your grandma's experience of growing up in India and not being allowed to continue beyond elementary school, just because she was a girl, really made us feel how important this topic is, and we really felt how personal it was to you. We would like to say thank you for reminding us the importance of achieving gender equality. We'd like to congratulate Kabir Bal. Thank you, Kabir, for your wonderful speech on gender equality. For our first place winner, we wanted to say thank you to this contestant. We wanted to say you did a really great job explaining the problems of plastic and in our oceans and overfishing. We really felt how passionate you are about protecting our oceans, and you were very engaging to watch. We couldn't take our eyes off of you when you were speaking. We would like to say congratulations to Amber Tam for your wonderful speech on life below water.
Congratulations, finalists of the 7 to 8 age category. We really do commend you for all of your hard work and dedication that you put into these speeches. You may go take a seat. Next, we will award medals to the contestants in the 13 to 15 age category and announce the first, second, and third place winners. Please give a warm welcome to our finalists in the 13 to 15 age category. As I call your name, please make your way to the stage. Sinthuja Ratnam, Hilary Ding, Sybil Kutsi, Sanjana Santosh, Anya Narangde, Varshini Sivasilan, Amira Wani, Iman Malik, and Jessica Du. Judges for the 13 to 15 age group, please make your way to the stage. Amber from the first age group, can you make your way back to the stage? We do have one more thing for the first place winner of the 7 to 8 age category. I now invite one of the judges of the 13 to 15 age category to say a few words and announce the winners.
Congratulations to the contestants in this age category. We could see that you really did a lot of research and learned a lot about this topic before creating your speech and telling us about how your thoughts are in terms of what we can do together as a community and as a global society to help these goals. For the third place, we'd like to say congratulations to this contestant. This contestant did a great job in reminding us the importance of protecting life on land. And this was a quote from the speech that really stood out to us. To be able to live on this planet is not a privilege, but a necessity. It sure is. You provided excellent and attainable solutions for how we can help protect life on land. Thank you so much for the wonderful suggestions on what we can do to help life on land. We'd like to congratulate Hillary Ding. Great job, Hillary. And we'd like to present the second place award to this contestant. This contestant did an excellent job putting things into perspective for us. With the example of ketchup being just a condiment for us to use, but a treasure for others. It really showed us how ketchup could be so important for those living in hunger. During this speech, this contestant has told us at the end of the speech that 75 people have died while I've been talking to you. That's a very astounding statistic, and we really hope that together we can conquer zero hunger. Congratulations, Anya Narang Day. Congratulations. And now for the first place winner. This contestant told us just 3 simple words: health is wealth. And it has such a deep meaning. And this contestant also told us where you live should not determine whether you live. This contestant told us the importance of focusing on good health and well-being. And thank you so much for all your insightful suggestions on what we can do together to help this topic. Congratulations to Sanjanya Santosh. Congratulations to all of the contestants in this age category. We are very proud of all of you.
Thank you so much, finalists, for your hard work into these speeches, and I can really tell how much dedication that you've put into researching and working hard and everything that you've put into presenting these speeches and putting them together. So let's once again put a round of applause for our 13 to 15 finalists. You may all take a seat. Now, I welcome to the stage our distinguished judges, Mason, Livia, Gruich, and Taslim, to present the medals to the contestants in the 9 to 10 and 11 to 12 age category. Please make your way to the stage. Please welcome our finalists in the 9 to 10 age category. As your name is called, kindly come up to the stage. Sahana Vinotan, Vinay Singh Kaloti, Raifa Pirbai, Kathleen Nguyen, Janita Ratnam, Alicia Jacob, Adam Ahmad, Insia Yamani, Ian Lee, Shiv Singla, Ayana Sharma, Kali Darmos, Dimitri Nasi, Henry Kim, and Kaylin Howe. Let's give a warm round of applause to our 9 to 10 category. Now, I would like to invite one of the judges to share a few words and announce the winners.
Hi, everybody. It's been a very interesting day, a very inspiring day. And I will just say for this 9 and 10 group that as judges had an extraordinarily difficult task. We're so impressed by their poise, by their passion, by their words. And, you know, if our future has anything to say about it, I think it's going to be a good one with these kids standing behind me. So well done, everybody. It was really incredible to see you all be up here. It's not an easy thing, right, to stand up in front of a stage in a theater with spotlights on you, especially at your age. So really proud of you, and really well done for everybody. Our third place winner really drew us in with her passion, I think, and talked about forests, animals, and plants, renewable energy, and really sort of made us feel what she was feeling in terms of sort of the urgency to make some changes. So our third place winner is Janita Ratnam, the UN Sustainable Development Goal, Life on Land. Our second place winner spoke about sustainable cities and communities. And I think as judges, what really drew us to her short talk was a personal experience of being in Colorado and being inspired by seeing the green spaces and the farmers markets and wanting to bring some of that light and green to Toronto and other places, other big cities around the world. And so we really learned a lot from your talk, Alicia. I really enjoyed it. And for that reason, you're our second place winner. Congratulations. Our first place winner spoke about the UN Sustainable Development Goal, No Poverty. And what drew us to this particular speaker was him really speaking from the heart and being really authentic and personal in what he was saying. And so, you know, small acts of kindness, I think, as a tactic to address poverty was something that really resonated with me personally. And we're really thrilled to give Ian Lee first place in this category. Congratulations, Ian.
Finalists in the 9 to 10 age group, thank you so much for your hard work. I'm sure on behalf of the judges, I will say myself that we wish that we could give everybody here a trophy, but to make it this far is already such a huge accomplishment, so thank you so much for all of your hard work. You may go take a seat. You can go take a seat. Finally, I will be inviting our finalists in the 11 to 12 age category to the stage. As your name is called, please come up to the stage. Karthihan Kamalanathan, Sophia Chen, Lucas Zhu, Noor Al-Haya Hafiz, Pavan Purushothaman, Sean Santosh, Ryo Brown, Vikasni Mathanagopal, Peyton Lee, Jamie Q, Alexandra Jacob, Kershawn Gill, Arthi Vijay Tipan, Owen Lam, Elizabeth Kim, and Thomas Rodriguez. Let's all come together to applaud our finalists in the 11 to 12 age category. I now request one of the judges to say a few words and announce the first, second, and third place winners. I now invite one of the judges to say a few words and announce the first, second, and third place winners.
Thank you so much. How about a round of applause first for all our contestants? I have to start by saying that the judges did not have an easy time with 16 amazing, strong voices that spoke for such powerful causes. So good job to all of you. The prize is really standing up here and speaking from the heart, and you all did that with such grace today. So give yourselves a big pat on the back because you are all winners. So now to announce the third, second, and first place. Our third place winner really drew the judges in with her grand gestures, with her vocal variety, and she spoke about responsible consumption and production and gave an example that many in the audience can probably relate to as she spoke about fast fashion and trying to shop at Zara's. And hopefully we can all take some suggestions from her moving forward. So I'd love to announce our third place winner, Ryo Brown. Congratulations. Our second place winner just took the mic and walked right out on stage, and that takes courage. Not only that, but you were very comfortable. You drew us in, all the judges, with how you started with that example, with that key, and came right back to it in the conclusion. Great job, great confidence, great topic about quality education, obviously. So congratulations to Elizabeth Kim, our second place winner. Now, I will not attempt to do a rap. I am just not that good. But not only the rap gives you the first place today, you came on the stage with confidence. You gave a personal story when you spoke about quality education. You smiled. So you just exuded confidence all over. And obviously that rap at the end really blew everybody away. So congratulations, big congratulations to Sean Santosh Kumar. So maybe a big round of applause again for all our wonderful contestants. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much to the finalists of the 11 to 12 age category. Once again, your hard work and dedication has really paid off, and you all deserve to be here, so thank you for that. You may now all go take a seat. Thank you, Mason, Livia, and Taslim, along with all of our other judges, for your commitment and expertise. Let us all give all of our judges another round of applause for their invaluable contributions. This now concludes our award ceremony and the celebration of World Speech Day. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who participated and to those who joined us as spectators today. Thank you for being a part of this inspiring event. We wish you all a safe journey home, and we look forward to seeing you again next year. Thank you.